let's get into the trade breakdowns for Thursday 15th of June 2023. So there were a lot of trades on this day, like really nice price movement. On the last video, I said that we were looking for price to draw up into here. This is buy side liquidity. So we were looking for here. We can see the reaction price had closed very bullish still. So now I'm expecting moves up into here. So that's all from the daily that I've checked. Now from the 4 hour, you can see price has completely closed this fair value gap. And now we could expect movement higher. So we'll wait to see what London or Asia session does, and then we can see. So now we'll go to a 1 hour chart. And on the 1 hour chart, what I saw was this. So there wasn't much here. I was thinking we might sweep this low, and then we'll go higher, or this was what I thought. So we've taken out, again, it was the same thing that I've been saying almost all week: accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Now I thought we were going to buy up from here. The only thing that happened though, it was out of Killzone, so price time didn't line up with price. And then I always wait for a confirmation entry. So if we can see, while price was going down, it does come and take this out, but I wouldn't have gotten any buys in here because there was no confirmation. So I saved myself money. And then I saw this. I saw price. We broke structure higher, so we went bullish. Sorry, we went bullish here. Could even say here if you want, it doesn't really matter. And then when we went back down, we just had a wick that took this out. There was no reason for it to go lower. As well, we can see this created a bunch of trendline liquidity, equal highs at the top. So it had a reason to draw higher. As well, looking at this, so on a lower time frame, Asia's high was just trendline liquidity and equal highs pretty much. So there was a lot of reason for us to go higher. We are bullish. We did close this 4 hour fair value gap, and it was in the 50% of this entire range. So we should be looking for buys. Now I'll go to a 1 minute time frame, and what I see here was this. We pushed up, broke this high here, so now the 1 minute is bullish. We come back. Now you could have your first entry here off the fair value gap, perfectly in line with the order blocks. There's your first entry. No issue at all with that. I was wanting to pull the trigger on this yesterday, but I wanted a bit more confirmation, and then you're targeting. There can be your first target, and then here for another. Now this one here, so we get a break above another fair value gap. This was my safe entry, my confirmation, almost on a confirmation. So if I push this over, and again, safe target is here, and then we can target those Asian highs. So there was a lot of opportunity there. Again, another entry, and then price moved up. Price moved up. So moving to a 3 minute time frame, we'd start to see now price was very bullish. We were pushing up. We broke structure here, even though it was a wick. We get now a body break above it. So now all I did was I waited for price to tap into this 3 minute fair value gap. I could have taken the buys directly off it, but I waited to see the reaction. And once I got this movement higher, I just entered, I think it was about here. I entered off the reaction. Once I saw it, stop loss was here, and I targeted 5.5 R. So I had a fixed target, but overall I was wanting it to go to there, or could have been even a bit higher, I'm not sure. And then you can see price really just kept pushing up, and that was my trade done here. So London was really nice, very, very nice. Again, we had this fair value gap here was tapped into. Oops, here was tapped into. 1 minute time frame now. We do, so this is a little bit more risky, but we get a sweep here and a wick break here. Order block and fair value gap in the same spot. So you could now take your continuation trade from here, and as you can see, price is really drawing up, like it's moving fast. So it's likely that the draw is here. So then you can also take that trade. Now I would have 2 pip stop loss because that's my minimum that I'll do. That was all the entries in London. I wouldn't have taken these here. And then price comes and it smashes this area very, very nicely. So that was the trades on London, plenty of them. All of these trades could have easily passed the challenge, or at least got you 5R if you're trading a fixed and you want to have it 5R like me. So now let's look if there was any reversals. So no break yet. Once we got this, whoops, this is out of Killzone. 5 AM is here, sorry. So 5 AM is, yeah, over here. So unfortunately, this here was a sell, but it was out of Killzone. We swept these highs, we swept this liquidity, broke structure. So now we're looking to retrace back to 50% of the range. So we can look to take out these lows. Fortunately, price is out of Killzone. Killzone starts here, New York. Actually, cool. There was a trade here. We have this break, this push down, break, and a solid break of structure. So now we've got our point of interest. We've got a balanced price range here. So if you want, you can enter direct or wait for the 1 minute. So on the 1 minute, what I see is we have nothing interesting here. There was no BMS. We sweep this high again. Any early sellers taken out. Break of structure here. So now simply I'll just look for 50% area. So here's 50%. I'll take my trade there. Stop loss above the high to be safe. And now we target the 50% of this range, which would be here. So there actually was a really nice trade right at the start of New York Killzone. Price, we did get there, awesome. So now looking on the 1 hour time frame, we can see we're in discount and we've tapped into a very nice bullish order block. Very, very nice. On the 15-minute time frame, that's where the fair value gap is as well. Big fair value gap, taking out the internal range liquidity from here to here. I can remove this now. So now we're waiting to see a price move, confirmation to show us we're going higher. So price tapped into it there, and then price here. Now this is quite a risky entry, but if you wanted, you could take an entry just off this fair value gap. Now I'm not going to, it doesn't follow my rules. I like to be a bit more conservative and safe, but there is the option to enter off that fair value gap, even though there wasn't necessarily a break of structure. And now we're targeting this high here. That's for 12R. And then, yeah, you can see price absolutely just shot up and kept exploding up. Yeah. So now we can look for re-entries though. Over here, we have a 3-minute fair value gap and a 3-minute order block. So let's monitor that. We can see what happens here. Oh wow, it just shot up after that. So yeah, if you entered directly, you could get that, but if you wanted a confirmation, you wouldn't have been able to. So moving forward with price, we can see we get a retracement. So on the 5 minute and 3 minute, we go into this large fair value gap. Now I'll monitor what is happening here with price. So I can see we have a sweep. So we have a sweep of this low. We have a fair value gap created right here. So I'm going to enter right off the fair value gap. And I know this is a large stop loss, so I can go for the 50% or the order block. It's completely up to you, but I will go from the 50% or maybe here, because that's where that candle is. And I know, given how bullish we are, price has a lot of room to move, because the draw was much higher. Sorry, I was looking for it. And there we go. Price reacts lovely. You could get a little entry in here if you wanted. And then we can target 3R is a safe target. 5R would be what I'm pushing for. Let's see. 5 minute. So again, 5 minute fair value gap. Is there any entry? No, no confirmation entry, so I wouldn't enter. And that's pretty much it, folks. Plenty of trades, as you can see. There was like easily over 50R on this. I mean, there was 8R here, 12R, and 5, so that's 25. And in London, there was at least 25 as well. So yeah, hope you get a lot of insights into this, and good luck with all your trading.